Hello lovelies, and thank you for joining me on my channel today. I just wanted to share with you my favorite fragrances and why I love them. So first one is Twilight. This is a delicious body spray from Lush Cosmetics. It's fairly new. It is vegan and self-preserving, and it has this cool little lever on it so it can stop the spray from streaming, and then you can easily click it back to spray. So I find this really great for travel. This is probably one of my all-time favorite scents from Lush. A lot of my fragrance collection is Lush Cosmetics, which you will soon find out. Twilight has notes of tonka bean and lavender, so it's like really sweet. It reminds me of a graham cracker for some reason. It's just really relaxing. Okay, next up is Rose Jam. It is a spray just like the Twilight. It has rose oil, geranium, and Sicilian lemon oil. I like this fragrance, but I'm not in love with it. This is probably like my third choice. If I had to reach for something, and honestly, I mostly use this as like a room spray. And next up is this beautiful Lalia fragrance. This is one that I absolutely adored in high school. My local drugstore actually carried it. It was a very small little pharmacy that we had in town that sold really eccentric gifts, and I was just obsessed with the smell. I just thought it was so luxurious, which it is. This retails for around $48. And I just keep it for like nostalgia purposes. Okay, next up is another Lush fragrance. This is called Smuggler's Soul. It's absolutely divine. It is so strange because it's very earthy, but it's also very clean. I don't know how else other to describe it. This one has notes of vetiver oil, Taguitz oil, and rosewood, and also sandalwood. So it is very earthy, but it comes off very light. I like to use this as my secondary favorite fragrance. It's like the second one that I reach for. A lot of times if I'm running errands or going to the gym, that's what I reach for. But Rentless is the one that takes the cake. As you guys can see, I'm halfway through it. I actually drove 3 hours to get this fragrance because my local Lush wasn't carrying it yet, and I had to know what it smelled like. This has patchouli and orange oil, and I love anything that is very earthy and smoky. And then for some reason the orange oil in this and the tonka, because this also has tonka in it, brings out the sweetness. So it's a really great mix of sweet mixed with earthy. It's also got a little bit of grapefruit in it. So I have been loving that. Now Vanillary is my original fragrance. I wore this for about a year and a half. No questions asked. Look, it's completely out. I need to buy more. I can still smell it though. It smells amazing. And that one has vanilla and jasmine. I love very floral fragrances too. And apparently I love sweet things. Next up, this is Lust. This is a solid fragrance that Lush offers. These are really cool because they're alcohol free. All you do is massage your finger into it and it starts to melt, and then you can apply it to your pulse points. This one is very strong, so I actually can't even really handle the spray version, so I prefer the solid. It's got a lot of jasmine in it. Next up is a new favorite of mine. It's Miu Miu Prada, and this is the fresh one, I believe. They have a fresh and a floral roll-on. This is really handy. I keep this in my purse just for a little refresher, but sometimes I'll also mix this with the Smuggler's Soul from Lush. It's just smells like black pepper. Black pepper and flowers. It's absolutely delicious. For some reason, I cannot get my camera to focus on this. I don't know why. It might have been the reflection. Ah, there we go. It's just intoxicating. Something about spice just intoxicates me, and it just smells like straight up black pepper. Now, normally with synthetic fragrances like this, I don't like to totally put them on my skin. I usually put it on my clothing, but just for this video, I wanted to roll it on. And then Nest. This is a beautiful little roll-on that I found a couple years ago, just playing around in Sephora. Again, my camera will not focus. This is Nest Indigo. It's incredibly floral and a little bit sweet. It's just delicious. It's divine. If I absolutely love a fragrance that isn't natural, I typically just buy the roll-on so I can just roll it onto my clothing. And that's really all I have for you guys. I don't have a massive collection because I'm really selective with my fragrances, but me and Edgar are gonna go now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and give this video a like if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.